Hey everybody, this is Sugi and I am here to do a product review on this very cool box called the Parsec. Now, we received a review copy for the Kickstarter campaign, which is live right now, so if you're interested after watching this video, you can definitely go check it out, and we'll have links in the show notes below. So first of all, I want to talk about what this box is. So this is a wooden deck box that comes with some really cool features that allows you to carry your dice, your cards, your tokens, and it has a little miniature rolling dice tray all built into this singular box. It's, you know, hardwood. There's some really strong magnets, so your stuff is not going to go anywhere. There's some good things I like about it, and some things I'm not too big a fan on it. But overall, I think you're probably going to enjoy this as being one of the most premier deck boxes, especially in the custom wooden market for Star Wars Destiny players. So let's take a look at the box. Alright, let's take a look at what the Parsec is. So this is a Star Wars Destiny deck box designed by Aaron Cain, and it is, quote, a compact, innovative box designed to store and organize your Star Wars Destiny dice, deck, and accessories, end quote. So if you take a look in here, you can see that this box can hold 22 Star Wars Destiny dice. It's got plenty of space for the die. It's not so tight that the dice will not move around and they're going to take damage, but it's nice and snug so that they can move around a little bit, and it's very comfortable to fit any number of dice in this box. You've also got plenty of space to fit 30 cards. You can even do 35 double-sleeved cards as long as, you know, they fit within the parameter. It does depend on thickness of sleeves, but as long as they fit within the cutout spacing, you should be fine. 30 cards sleeved or even 35 double-sleeved. I haven't had a single problem fitting all my cards in this box. You've also got plenty of space for your tokens. Now, do notice that this is going to be a little tricky for tokens that are larger or thicker than the average tokens that are going to be approximately the cardboard cutouts that come in your starter decks. So if you've got bigger tokens or, you know, a lot of tokens, you're going to have to make some consolidations and take only the ones you need, not everything that you own. So that is something to be aware of. There are plenty of magnets to keep this box together. It's not going to fall apart. And later in the video, we're going to do a shake test to make sure that this isn't going to be using weak magnets. Also, something very interesting is that it's completely made of wood. You can get your own custom engravings, and it comes with a dice rolling tray. Now, if you take a look at the tray right here, I'm going to be rolling some dice. And as I continue to roll these dice, you might notice a couple things. It is a very small surface area. So unlike if you roll on a dice mat or a play mat, you've got plenty of space and you can just block the dice with your hand. You do have to make sure you're accurate when rolling the dice. Also, something you might notice is if you apply a lot of force or you come at the wrong angle, your dice can pop out of this little roller. It is nice that the roller comes with the box. It's very convenient, it's very cool, and you notice that you can have your name engraved in the felt. However, something to note is that if you're just a hard dice roller, or you've got too many dice, or you're not really comfortable with trying to aim for where your dice roll, this might not be the dice roller for you. I sometimes use it when I'm playing my games, I sometimes don't, just depending on the table space. Sometimes it is practically easier to roll the dice out of my playmat and block it with my hand. So this is a cool feature that some people may use and some people may not use, but I think it's very, very cool. The other thing I want to take a look at here with the Parsec are the dimensions of the box itself. So compared to some of the more common deck boxes in the Star Wars Destiny community, we're going to compare this to the twin flippin' trays from Ultimate Guard. So the Parsec comes in with a length of 7 inches, a width of 4 7/8 of inches, and a height of 2.5 inches. Now, as you can see, this is physically smaller than these two boxes coming from Ultimate Guard. However, the Ultimate Guard boxes can hold 2 deck boxes with dice and tokens. Now, it's not going to look as cool, it's not going to be wooden, and, you know, there is nothing realistically protecting your dice from rolling around compared to the Parsec. So these are just things to note when you're purchasing one versus the other. So those were some of the parameters of the Parsec: the sizes, the dimensions, what the box does, how you can use it, and it's a really great piece of woodwork. So if you're interested in one of the coolest custom deck boxes out on the market, I highly recommend you take a look at the Kickstarter campaign. But before we get out of here, we have to do the classic deck shake. You know, will these magnets come apart during normal ease of use? Are they weak magnets? Are they strong magnets? You know, what constitutes keeping this together versus, you know, is it going to fall apart in a couple weeks or a couple months? So I'm going to do the classic deck shake to see if it falls apart. I'm going to put my hands just here on the top because you can see there's there's 3 segments. So I'm just going to hold the top. I'm not going to hold the whole thing because I feel like that would be cheating. So we're going to give it a good shake and see if it falls apart. And if not, that's good. All right, I feel comfortable with that. Let's take a look at the other side. All right, so I gave it a pretty hefty shake. Now I'm not giving it my all because I don't want to break it. I know these are just magnets. I'm not gonna try and rip it apart with my bare hands because I feel like that would defeat the purpose. So with a good hefty shake, which is approximately the same as if you put this in your backpack, or you know, you're pulling it out of your backpack and you're trying to, you know, apply some force to pull it open. These are pretty strong magnets. They're not going to fall apart in your box, in your bag, anywhere you know, decide to put this thing. So I feel like this is a very strong set of magnets. They're going to be right here on both sides, right here where my fingers are touching. And, you know, overall, I like the box. There's a couple things I don't like, and they're very minimal. I mean, first of all, I don't like the spacing for the tokens. I feel that they could be a little bit deeper to give me the, you know, the depth for custom tokens. I know the Team Covenant ones are thicker than the cardboard tokens, but I think that all of us are using or going to use some sort of special token. You know, if you go to your locals and you win the custom tokens, or you go to Nationals, Gen Con, you know, if you trade, or even if you buy custom tokens off of Etsy, those things are a lot thicker and significantly bigger than these small cardboard tokens. And so if you're going to have a box like this, I would hope that there would eventually be a little bit more depth or a little bit more width for, you know, whatever token I want, and I can't, you know, buy any token because they're not going to fit in this box. I also am a little bit afraid of damage to my cards when I'm putting the top on. So if you notice here, as we were shaking, whoops, there goes some tokens. So you can see here that the cards and the tokens are going to shift around. Tokens I don't mind so much because, you know, they're in their own little compartments here. However, the cards, when they shake around, that doesn't really bother me. But because of the way this is cut, if I put the top on, I have to be extremely careful that I don't damage my cards and that they're inside of the cut that's, you know, inside of the wood. And if I'm wrong, or if you notice here, you got to put all of your tokens in their little retrospective sections, otherwise this doesn't close appropriately. So see how I'm trying to put my cards back, make sure my tokens are in there, my cards are safe. If you have a really expensive deck, or you know, have a bunch of full arts or special, you know, unique cards that you've printed or you've earned or you've bought, whatever you want to call them, if they're very valuable to you, I do worry that there could be potentially an accident where you could accidentally bend your cards here. Now, if you don't worry about that, that doesn't bother you, or you don't really care, that's fine. For me personally, that is just a concern I think everyone should be aware of, that there is the potential to accidentally damage your cards. You know, if you're paying attention and you put everything in safely, not a big deal, but it is there, so I do want to bring that up. Overall, this is an amazing product. You can check out the price, you can check out the shipping, and all the information on the Kickstarter information below in the show notes. But thank you so very much to Aaron for sending us this copy. I think it's really, really cool. I think everyone should check it out. I do not believe every deck box is for everyone, so I'm not going to say this is the de facto deck box for everyone everywhere, but I will absolutely say this is the coolest deck box and one of the highest, if not the highest quality deck box I have ever seen on the Star Wars Destiny market. So if those things intrigue you, if you're interested in a really, really cool wooden deck box that can hold lots of dice, a whole deck, you could even do double sleeved cards, all of your tokens with a dice tray, this is something you definitely want to look into. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you guys coming on, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and join us on all of our social media outlets. And a big thank you to all of our Patreons for your support. We can't do this without your help, so make sure to join us for all of our exclusive Knights of Ren content.